Hello everybody, Linda Schlecht here, coming to you on the last night of Awana before Christmas. Who's ready for Christmas? Woot woot! We're getting there. We got some gifts wrapped under our tree. Our house is decorated. We have so enjoyed doing Advent devotionals this year, and even the activity packs that City Line Kids have provided. We are ready to celebrate the birth of Christ. I hope you guys are too. Today, instead of teaching from the Bible, I'm going to read you a story. And I hope that this story is going to get your heart and your mind thinking about being grateful or being thankful, if you don't know what grateful means. Okay, the story is called The Gift That Connor Didn't Receive. Come listen with me. More than anything, Connor liked to visit his Uncle Ben and Aunt Emma. Now, you might think he liked visiting them because they were great people, which they were. But mostly he liked visiting them because they were really, really rich. They had a lot of money. They lived in a big house. They had a big yard. And they had a big game room with air hockey and arcade games and even a trampoline inside. Crazy. A week before Thanksgiving, Connor's parents dropped him at his aunt and uncle's house while they went to a concert in the city. Connor played arcade games with his uncle, and then they went up to the kitchen to have a snack. His Aunt Emma made the best chocolate cake, better than Portillo's. Just as he was about to sit down, he noticed the Amazon toy catalog, and he said, "Hey, can I look at that? I want to show you what I want for Christmas." His Aunt Emma passed him the catalog. And as she did so, she shook her head and said, "I don't know why I receive so many catalogs. It's such a waste of paper." Connor wasn't listening, though. He was looking for page 28. They had the same catalog at home, so he knew the right page. "This is what I want." He pointed right to it. "The Splash Century Water Park." "Whoa," Uncle Ben said as he looked at the picture. "It costs $349. And it's probably going to pop the first time you use it." "I really, 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 really want this," Connor told them. He was sure his parents weren't getting him that. So Uncle Ben and Aunt Emma were the only hope. "I remember the space set you really, really, really wanted last year. By the end of the night, pieces from the space set were everywhere, including some in the dog's stomach," his aunt said. "This is different," Connor said. "I really, really, really want this." During the next couple weeks at school, Connor told his friends he was getting the Splash Water Park from his aunt and uncle. They were impressed and a little bit jealous because they all wanted it too. Christmas morning came. Connor and his two older brothers hurried to the living room. Connor got a scooter from his parents and a DVD from his older brothers and a shirt from his grandma, among other things. He liked all those, but he couldn't stop thinking about the Splash Century Water Park that he'd hoped to receive from Uncle Ben and Aunt Emma when they came later for Christmas dinner. But when they arrived, they didn't have any presents at all, at least none that Connor could see. "As you know," Uncle Ben said as he looked around at the family, "this past year, Emma and I had the opportunity to go to India on a church missions trip. We spent a lot of time in an orphanage. And this orphanage has a ton of needs. They need a bigger facility, they need food, and they need supplies. So we decided, instead of spending money on Christmas gifts, we were going to give all that money to this orphanage in India." He looked at Connor's parents. "We told your mom and dad about it, and they were so excited, they also gave money." "That's right," Connor's dad said. "We wanted to do all we could do." Connor couldn't believe his ears. I guess this means he wasn't getting the Splash Water Park that he wanted. He was sure the kids in India needed food, but still. Later after dinner, the adults were watching a Christmas special, and Connor's brother were out playing with their scooters. Connor was so angry. Now he'd never get the water park, ever. Besides that, he couldn't even watch his new DVD because his parents were watching the Christmas special on TV. He sat on his back step and pouted. "Hey, Connor, Uncle Ben said, sitting down beside him. We do have something special we would like to give you for Christmas. He perked up. Is it the water park? But Uncle Ben took a small package out of his pocket and handed it to Connor. Instead of buying you something this year that might fall apart in a few hours, we wanted to do something extra special. This is a pocket wife. This is a pocket watch that belonged to my father. I've kept the watch safe for a long time, waiting for the right time to give it to you. Connor couldn't believe it. Why did he want an old pocket watch? He turned his head away. You don't want this, Ben said. Not really, Connor said. Okay. Uncle Ben put the watch back in his pocket and walked away. Connor went to his room. After dinner, the family played some board games, and it was pretty late when Uncle Ben and Aunt Emma decided to leave. Before he put his coat on, Uncle Ben took out 2 small packages out of his pocket and gave one to each of Connor's brothers. Cool, Chris said. You're giving me your compass? And you're giving me your pocket knife? Kevin gasped in surprise. I can't believe it. You need to be very careful of those, their dad said. They're valuable antiques. Uncle Ben laughed. Someday you can sell them and get college money. Yeah, you told me your pocket watch was worth $5,000. The last time I was at your house, Kevin said. Suddenly Connor sat up. $5,000? Maybe I do want that pocket watch, he said. No, not today, Uncle Ben said. You said you weren't interested. We'll think about it again in the future. Everyone said goodnight and left. I can't believe you didn't take Uncle Ben's gift, Connor. Kevin shook his head. Besides being foolish, that was so rude. Kevin is right, Connor's dad said. You always accept a gift with thankfulness. You know that. That's what Christmas is all about, added his mother. A time to be thankful in a special way for all God has done for us. Connor knew his family was right. He had been thinking about himself ever since he made out his Christmas list. He hadn't cared about the children in India learning about God, and he hadn't cared about Uncle Ben's feelings. He just wanted what he wanted. And because of his selfishness, he had lost a very special gift. And that was that. So in your breakout time here, we're going to talk about this story. We're going to ask you guys some questions and you're going to discuss it. But I just want to challenge you guys to really think this Christmas about how you can be thankful. Of course, we are thankful because God sent his son to be our savior. Help us not to get lost in forgetting that and getting all caught up in what we're getting for Christmas. The purpose of this story is to show you the importance of being thankful to God for his gift of his gift of salvation, and to also show gratitude to those around you. I hope you get that this Christmas. And again, I really miss seeing you. I can't wait to see your faces, hopefully in the new year. Merry Christmas.